Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it's Friday evening, and we're going off the rails, somewhat, sort of. The title is not a trending topic, but I just feel like, um, um, going there tonight with regards to relationships. Does your partner deserve your Instagram password? Notice I'm saying deserve. Not are they entitled to it? Do they deserve it? Some people are obnoxious. Some people have issues. Some people are overly emotional. Do they deserve it? Have they proven themselves to you by way of loyalty, business and other things? Because you can't just give it to somebody who you're smashing and you guys have great sex. That's the wrong reason to give them the password. And why would you give them the password anyway? Well, you've heard me say on multiple occasions, I like to lead by way of example. Bitch, here's the go on, bitch, go to the phone, regulate these hoes. I'm one of them type niggas, you feel me? But you guys may see it different. Nah. Hell no. I'll hear you out. And I'm focusing on Instagram, not emails, because that's where the business is, Okay, also, guys, this evening, I'm looking for someone that can maybe cam up and spill some tea. Is Beyonce getting divorced from Jay-Z? Salute to Trinity on YouTube. I think that's how you pronounce it. Either Trinity or Trinity, a YouTube platform. She did a great piece of content a couple of weeks ago talking about Diddy slams Jay-Z for betraying him and exposes Jay-Z, Beyonce divorce. I don't know. I want to ask the question, is Beyonce getting a divorce from Jay-Z? Sean Carter's my guy. You know this already, but, he's very, very, he can be vindictive, spiteful. I don't want to say in terms of Beyonce that he is, mentally abusing her. I started to say in the showrunner, is Beyonce being mentally abused? But that would be some sucky shit. So I just want to ask, is she getting a divorce? Supposedly, for those of you who know her catalog, there's a song on her Renaissance project called Plastic on the Sofa. Plastic on the Sofa, where supposedly she has told people, or the beehive, so to speak, how it's going down. Now, if you ask me, a man of a certain age, seasoned, I think it's about time for that relationship to dissolve. Their beautiful daughter, Blue Ivy, I think that's the name. She's older now, so it's not like, you have to worry about helping her formulate different things about society, her ideology, whatever that's going to be. She's older now. So now would be the time to say, hey, let's just have an amicable split, and let's remain friends, okay? Is Beyonce getting divorced from Jay-Z? Also, guys, I need to know, is Fat Joe representing Hispanics with regards to health care and other things? Fat Joe, a.k.a. Joseph Cartagena, a compulsive liar. Nigga, stay lying. He's been doing the most as of lately. He's a Rock Nation worker. He went from being a Terror Squad boss to a worker. I'm not mad at that. He had to rebrand himself since being released from federal prison because he is a tax evader and a fucking thief. But is he representing the Hispanics? Well, he just met with President Joe Biden in D.C. to talk about health care and some other stuff. I didn't know he was involved in this stuff, and they're really amping it up in terms of the photos. Is Fat Joe the new tool for the Democrats? Will he be not just repping Hispanics? Will he try to bring black people in to vote for Biden? Phone lines are open right now. All right, Cash App, Super Chat. A little bit later. Hang on a second. Good evening, Troll Babies. Can you guys hear me? How's the audio? Are we good? I've got a question for you. I just want to make sure I get get my head right on the wine here before I leave this out. A little bit later, I want to ask you, black people, do you study white people? Do you study white people? I'm asking black people in particular. Oh, they do study you. That's a whole fact. But I want to ask you, do you study them? I mean, I know once you get the bag, you want to move around white people. Do you know that living around white people can be the worst thing for you? Something happened to me a little while ago here in Stone Harbor, New Jersey, which is where I live. If you don't know, you can Google it. Population less than 800. Something happened at the market. Two little, passive-aggressive white boys on their bicycles at night with a big-ass fog light on the bicycle. I'll talk about it later, okay? I just want to get to the show right now, okay? All right, does your partner deserve your Instagram password? That's my topic. All right, guys, Deeds may or may not be in the live chat. And my sponsors, you're welcome to call in if you find the time, all right? Friday night, good evening. Hang on a second. Getting my water here situated. Troll babies, good evening. What's cracking on a Friday? What's happening? Okay. And I see a couple of people already tapping in by way of donations. Thank you for your support. I would like to get some people on the screen tonight. Maybe we can do some type of panel discussion. Okay. Send an email, thehater1964yahoo.com if you want to get on the panel. Hang on a second. Here's Camille early. Hey, Camille. Hey, Friday. Okay, Camille, do you want to get on the screen? Let me send Camille the link to StreamYard. Hang on a second, guys. Friday night, I feel like going off the rails. This topic is not trending. I'm not expecting a lot of traffic on this, but I think it's important to at least put it out there. The question. You already know my position, or for the most part, I lead by way of example. There's nothing in that goddamn phone I'm hiding or that, I don't want somebody to see. Some of you have certain behavioral patterns that could be costly. And if you want to talk about those behavioral patterns, maybe you can help others. Phone lines open right now. Okay, there's the number on the screen, 848-888-9177. Maybe you're in a relationship where, no, you can't trust that person. They have already proven themselves to be untrustworthy. Maybe they have tried to destroy business. Maybe they have foolishly thought that somebody who is assisting you with something, you're smashing. Now, this is a question for ladies also. Notice I say your partner, not just, does your girl deserve your Instagram password? And truthfully, someone from my generation, hang on a second. From my generation, it makes more sense to us to share passwords. And I'll tell you why, because, once you pass the 55-year-old mark, you've got one foot in the grave. If you ask me, by way of today's today's numbers, people out here having mild strokes. And what is that shit with is it Bell's palsy? I know a couple of guys younger than me. They got Bell's palsy. It's like one side of the face is hanging, something with the fucking nerves. So you need wifey or your girl to help you, back and forth to the doctors, yada, yada, yada. Ranger, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in early. Yeah, we can get to that later. I want to stay focused. I have no new information on what's going on with Diddy and his lawsuits, but feel free to enlighten me, okay? I would like to ask, is Beyonce getting divorced? Oh, and let me say a salute to Storm Monroe. Good guy. Met him a few times. He and I have chopped it up. I think Storm Monroe gets the credit for putting out this Beyonce possibly divorcing Jay-Z. Yes, no, maybe? You guys? 908, good evening. Are you there? On a Friday, 908.
What's up, Star? This is Kim. I had to call in. What's up?
Hey, Kim. I think I somewhat sort of remember speaking to you last week.
Yeah, and this week too. We were talking about the Rita Tisa.
Okay. Do you have tea? I'm trying to find out if Jay-Z and Beyonce are getting divorced. I'm silly tonight.
No, I don't know nothing about that. I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to call and comment about the Mike Epps issue. He went on a podcast and he said that he felt like God didn't bless him with a son because of the way he treated women
Right.
and so on and so forth. And that he went on there and apologized and said at his big age of 53 that he wanted to know how to treat a woman right, how to learn how to treat a woman right at his big age. So social media went up in arms is like, you would really say that and you're married now. So that's why they were really clowning him. But he went on Instagram and said it's entertainment.
Mhm.
But then he went and turned back around and apologized to his wife.
Okay. He went on this show called All the Smoke. Yes, with well, what's the guy's name? The
I don't even remember, but I saw the clip.
the tragic mulatto and Stephen Smith who checked in at O Block. Okay, so that
Hmm.
yeah. So now, did his wife say something? Because I've seen pictures of her, and I mean, I've met Mike a few times. Good guy. Um, did he say
His
something
wife
that?
didn't.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
His wife didn't say anything, but the thing is, you got to remember, once you post something like that on social media, they don't give the full context of the clip of what he said. They're only going to give that one piece that you can go off of just to make it salacious. So, of course, it was salacious. Everybody's up in arms on social media. That's why it was a big thing. And that's why he went. Because he went, I saw it on Instagram when he commented on the post of when they showed the clip, and he's like, it's entertainment. So I guess because it was so salacious, then he took it for himself to apologize to his wife because I guess it was taken out of context.
Hang on a second, Kim. Kim, stay with me. You just gave me an idea. Never mind Beyonce and Jay-Z. I've got a new showrunner. Are you a mother, Kim? Are you a mother?
No, I don't have any children.
Really? May I ask
No,
what age group are you? I'm not asking what exact age, but what age
I'm,
group?
I told you earlier this week I'm 46.
Okay, well, I forgot. Pardon me. Pardon me. Do you want children or no?
I do, but for me, I didn't necessarily want to have children because I feel like when a child doesn't have a mother and father,
Hmm.
um, they see the world from a different perspective.
Facts.
I've watched my mother struggle with three children,
Mm.
and I've also seen the benefits of having a mother and father because my sister, she has kids and they have the same father, they're married, and just the way they're raised. Because in my opinion, black folks, how I was raised, we were raised out of struggle and survival, not out of love. And the way my family is now, especially with the nieces and nephews,
Hmm.
my parents didn't come up telling us they loved us from a younger age. Now we pour that into my nieces and nephews. They
Hmm.
live in a life that we've never seen. Like for my niece's fifth birthday, she flew to Disney first class. My sister took her first class on the airplane,
Okay.
all expenses paid to Disney World. We would have never saw that in the 80s. McDonald's was a treat for us in the 80s in the black
Facts.
household.
Oh my God.
So
Hang on a second, Kim. Kim, you just inspired me. I just changed my showrunner. Can you see that? Can you see that? Give her a
so
second. What does this say? I want you to say it. Can you see it, Kim? Yes or no? If not, I'll read it to you.
no, I can't see it. You can read it to me?
Are daughters a curse from God?
No, absolutely not.
Well,
Absolutely not.
hang on. I saw the clip with Steven Jackson on the podcast. He said, I got 5 daughters. Now, I've always said I want a bunch of daughters because daughters will love, protect, and defend daddy. I've said that
Absolutely.
myself. However, I don't
At
have any.
all costs.
I don't have any biological kids. But Mike Epps, what he said, and the reaction from people, it made him apologize to his wife.
Well, he done a lot of grimy stuff. You got to remember, his ex-wife was on Tasha K talking about how his wife is not the producer or owner as they made it seem.
Okay.
See, the thing is, he cheated on his ex-wife with the current wife,
Right.
and he's done a lot of stuff. So when you're a man, you regret having daughters because you don't want all the little dirty things you've done to somebody else's daughter to happen to your daughter.
So you're saying no, daughters are not a curse from God.
No, because daughters is going to make sure the family's taken care of. The daughter's going to make sure the father is taken care of. At the end of the day, she's going to make sure daddy's good. She's going to make sure her family's good. At least if that's how she's raised. See, I was raised that way. I was raised up in a time where it says train the child up in the way he or she shall go.
Kim, you and I are from generations long gone. These kids today are someplace else. Daughters now are treacherous. Daughters are the ones who are lining people up. The crimes, the types of crimes committed by females, according to the FBI stats, last I checked, are more violent than the male crimes. You know that?
I do, but this is the thing. I'm giving you a perspective. The issue is that they have mothers that are my age that didn't know right from wrong, because I see it in my own age group. When I go on social media, the entitlement of, oh, if you can't pay for my hair or you can't pay for my nails, let me block you. What happened to self-sustaining yourself? A man is supposed to add to, not take care of you. You're supposed to take care of yourself. Because like I said before, anything that I want, before I can ask you for it, I'm going to be able to get it myself.
Okay. I want to pull this back to the topic before I let you go. Does your partner deserve your Instagram password? This is not a trending topic. I just want to throw this out there.
Well, for me, I'm single right now, but when I wasn't single, they did not have my Instagram password. They did not have the password to my phone, because I feel like if you're in a relationship and we have good communication, I feel like I shouldn't have to wonder what you're doing, because what you're doing, it's all going to come out regardless. So I feel like if I got to chase that, then there's my answer right there.
You sound like a knowledgeable.
I'm not chasing.
You sound like a knowledgeable woman, Kim. But
I'm not chasing that, because I feel like now at my age, at 46, if I catch somebody cheating, I just want to drop your stuff off to the next chick house, because I feel like what's for me is for me. If you could take what's mine, then I never had it. That's the street right there.
Okay. Kim, great to talk to you. I appreciate your perspective. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Bye now. Okay. Our daughter's a curse from God. Yada Bear hit me back via email. Hang on a second. She says, star Russell Wilson had meetings with the Steelers and the Giants, but the word in the NFL streets are stating that the Raiders are really zeroing in on him. But as of today, there has been no contract talks with none of those teams. Don't the Raiders have a black female president? Troll babies. Thank you, Yada Bear. Thank you. Hang on a second now. Who's tapping in from area code 202? This is not a trending topic. I'm just asking the question. Does your partner deserve your Instagram password? 202.
What up, OG? Johnny Too Cool.
Johnny, how you been, man? Where you been?
Just been chilling, man. Just been listening to the show, out and about.
When are you gonna cam up, man? You and your cousin. You're a loyal supporter. Get on the screen, man. Come on, let's do a whole panel tonight. Let's get some people out.
I'm not with him tonight. I'm not with my cousin tonight. Part another time for sure. Trolling. He's trolling hard.
It's Friday night. I'm sipping. Yeah, let's get to trolling, man. Houston, I see you. Let me send Houston the link to cam up, my nigga Houston. So Johnny, what else is cracking with you, man?
Nah, just it's chilling, man. Just wanna chime in on this Instagram thing topic.
I know your answer already, because you're respectfully you're a victim of domestic violence, right?
I mean, that was like back in the days. I mean, not now, but
come on, I'm listening. Houston, check your email, Houston. Okay, you were saying, Johnny, come on. I got time for the bullshit. I got time tonight.
We got time for the BS. But yeah, man, like as far as like me being Me being engaged now is like I don't think she needs to know my Instagram password. Let alone I don't need to know her Instagram password. That's how we are now.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
This nigga's a whole simp.
She slides off. If I slide off, I'm being dead ass.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm listening.
But yeah, man. How you been, OG? You moving back to?
I'm moving
you moving
to North Carolina next week. Yeah, I've had my fun here, and I'll be in North Carolina. Now you're out in Maryland. I forget, where are you? DMV.
Yeah, DMV. Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, man, good to talk to you. Stay in touch, Johnny. I got calls I want to get to. All right.
Yeah, I love you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hold on a second, guys. Alex, thank you for your donation. Yeah, I saw Cat Williams running the 40-yard dash. Okay, thank you very much. I don't know where we're going with that, but I did see that. Area code 646, Friday night. Does your partner deserve your Instagram password?
Star was good, my G.
How are you, sir? It's cracking.
You hear me?
Yes. How are you?
Nah, man. To get straight to it, I disagree, man. I don't think nobody should be getting your password. That's what it's there for. You understand what I'm saying? It's there for your own personal knowledge.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, if the relationship don't last, then what? You know what I'm saying? This person still got access to your passcode, and then you got to change it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people use the same passcode for everything. They use the same passcode for their IG, they Facebook. They might have one passcode set for every platform. You understand what I'm saying? So to release that one bit of information is kind of like giving them access to just more than that.
You sound like a real nigga. Can I ask, how old are you, sir, and from what area are you calling in?
I'm 39, Brooklyn, East New York. Okay. I spoke to you a few times, but I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hang on. Stay with me. 39, a Brooklyn nigga, shiesty, cutthroat, conniving. Yes, let's keep it real.
Nah. Kind of always.
Are you born and raised in Brooklyn, sir? Born and raised?
Yeah, born and raised.
Okay. Listen, I'm not trying to clown you. I perfected being a backstabbing, low life piece of shit.
Yeah. All right. So you know how I go.
Okay.
You know how I go.
Okay. So why wouldn't you, a man of your caliber, your pedigree, give her access to the IG page, and it doesn't have the other, or you don't, it's not the password to your other accounts, and then put her to work. Brooklyn niggas have a history of putting scandalous bitches to work. Yes?
Yeah, Brooklyn niggas do got a history of that.
Yeah.
I ain't on that wave right now, though. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
Oh, so
I ain't on that.
Are you married? What's going on? Did you throw in the towel? Are you married?
Nah, but yeah, you can say that. I guess I'm in a relationship.
Are you in love, my nigga? Hang on. Did you get soft? You in love? Yeah,
I got soft. Everybody gets soft, bro.
Wow, okay.
But I think I got.
Not everybody, sir, but okay.
So, hold on, look. I think I got soft for the topic that's on the screen, bro. Yeah. That's why I said you funny. You heard the daughter situation.
All right. Hey, I appreciate the call, man. Salute. R.I.P. my nigga. Wow, nigga. He admitted it. He admitted he got soft. Hang on a second. Jesus. Area code 817. It's Friday night. This is not a trending topic. Does your partner deserve your Instagram password? Are you there?
What's going on, Star? Yeah, I disagree. She can't have an Instagram password.
Well, I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying you should. You're from a different generation, and don't follow my lead. Go ahead.
Right. But I wouldn't do that because nowadays you give it a password, everything's going good, and all of a sudden you're getting one little argument or here you go, like an Insta model's picture or something like that, and who's this girl? Who's this female or something? And and all of a sudden it goes to hell, So now I wouldn't advise that.
Have you thrown in the towel respectfully? Are you married? Are you're with
Nah, single. Just been
your
through.
college sweetheart?
No.
Who am I talking to, sir?
42 years old. Been with a few toxic situations, a few toxic ladies. So nah, I'm just at the point now where it's like, nah, just going for Delph,
Okay. Well, again, you don't have to see things my way. I mean, I'm old school. I believe in putting a bitch to work. I believe that one bad bitch is better than one bad bitch beats 5 funky hoes. A lot of guys like to, sling it around, sling the tool with, multiple bitches. They're up on the gram liking pictures. I don't think I've ever liked a bitch's picture on IG. I'm too conceited to like a bitch's picture. Anyway, go ahead, finish up, man. Pardon me. Go ahead, finish up.
No, but I would just disagree with that. You can't, in good faith, we would want to, because I guess that's how things are supposed to be. But
right.
Unfortunately, nowadays you can't. You can't do that.
Showrunner, 2 showrunner questions. Are daughters a curse from God, or is Beyonce getting a divorce? Silly shit tonight.
I'm not up to speed with the Beyonce topic. I don't really pay attention to that. But regarding are the daughters a curse from God, I mean, no. But unfortunately, in today's world, in this society with everything going on, it's definitely hard or harder to have a daughter, I guess you could say, as a parent. But nah, I can't say they're a curse from God.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't say that.
Okay. Thank you for your call, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The question might be a little too deep for the younger generation. Are daughters a curse from God? Let me take the time now to really lay this out a little bit more with detail. All of your religious doctrines are God's law. They're not love notes. They all dictate how a woman should conduct herself. Whether it's the Quran, the Torah, the Hadith, the Talmud, whatever. The Ethiopian Bible, which most people don't even talk about. Women need guidance. They need guidance. Every female is not a lady. Just because you have a vagina and you bleed every 30 days does not mean you're a lady. And you most certainly are not a fucking queen. The title of a queen can only be given to you. You can't declare yourself a queen, bitch. So the question, what is the question again? Are daughters a curse from God? Well, maybe they're not a curse, but that mind needs to be nurtured. You can't just spoil her and tell her a bunch of lies. So maybe the question is a little too deep within itself, but just chime in if you like. All right. Houston, where are you, man? I sent you the link. Also, Maurice, I got your donation. Maurice, do you want to tap in from HudsonTubs.com? Let me get you on the screen, sir. I appreciate you as a sponsor. Hold on a second. Bathtub and bathroom restoration, reglazing, antique furnitures, and other things. Hold on a second. There you go. www.HudsonTubs.com. Houston, sit tight. I see you in the queue. Sit tight. I want to lay something else out here that I mentioned earlier. I want to talk to black people in particular. Do you study white people? Well, they study you. As I briefly explained when I first started the show, I live in a place called Stone Harbor, right? New Jersey. I'm moving, you know the story. So I'm going to the market earlier. I pull up, and there's two little skinny, little frail Caucasians, maybe 14 or 15. It's dark. It's dark. And they've got some new type of fucking high-tech bikes. It looks like a Haro bike, for those of you who know those BMX bikes. And one of them had a fog light on the bike. Me, quick thinker that I am, community patrol, yada, yada, yada. I instantly start thinking, because I grew up around white boys, like many of you did as well. They have a mission, an agenda against the establishment. I pull out my phone before I even get into the goddamn entrance of the supermarket, and I said, "Dude, that's your bike?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Cool." Pull out my phone, take a picture of him and the bike, and I said, "Rock on." I wanted his fucking picture. What are you doing at night with a fucking fog light on your goddamn bicycle, white boy? Anybody know what I'm talking about in the live chat? Do you study white people? They're up to no good. They're up to no good. See, many of you're already you'll give them a pass because they're Caucasian, frail, maybe 91 pounds with a cinder block in his back pocket. I want your fucking picture. I want to know who you are, just in case, you do some goofy shit. Now, again, I'm moving next week, the closing, I'm out of here. But, again, I grew up around white boys, and they are demonic. Going back to the 70s, putting dishwashing liquid and sugar cubes in people's gas tanks. They get off on shit like that. Anybody know what I'm talking about in the live chat? They get off on that. So I got his picture. Anybody, a black family, black person, you ever move into a white neighborhood and within less than a year, your dog or your cat dies? Let me see how sharp you are. Your dog or your cat, whether that dog or cat, is roaming the yard or not, you may have it fenced in. And anybody's dog or cat die within less than a year after you move into a white neighborhood? Well, white boys get off on poisoning animals. Oh, yeah. Between the ages of 12 and 17. It's a thrill. It's a thrill to kill small animals. They will put a little piece of a hot dog in a fucking, what do you call that? Like a pig in a blanket. Put that on your lawn. You let the dog out, or they put it over the back fence. Dog eats that. Your dog starts hacking, coughing. Out of here. I'm dropping some knowledge on you here this evening. Anyway, so the question, do you study white people? All of this came to my mind. Call me crazy. These two little white boys at the fucking market with a goddamn fog light on his bicycle. Got his picture. Okay. Chime in if you like. Oh, there he is. My nigga Houston on a Friday night. What's cracking, homie?
Yeah, what's popping? What's popping, my nigga? Hey, if you see a white boy with a fog light on their bike and they teenagers, you better keep your eye on them, dog.
Yeah.
Because what the hell you doing with a fog light? You a teenager. You know the white people left them out all times of night, dog. They out patrolling.
Yeah,
That's what I think. They out there patrolling your black ass, so they ain't worried about other white people.
Yeah, now listen, I'm down here along the water, so the fog light, for whatever reason, looking into the water. Nah, they're up to something on these high tech fucking bikes. Just I don't give you a little pass because you pretend to be passive aggressive and a nerd. No, you're a fucking incel. But anyway, good to see you, man. The topic. I want to stay focused here just for a little while. Does your partner deserve your Instagram password? Houston, please.
Hell no. Hell no. Why? I don't deserve yours. I don't want yours because if I don't know what you're doing just from talking to you, if you ain't straight up with me, why do I need that? You got to have it right there in front of me. I don't need yours when we can have one right there. If only time I need that is if we got somewhere you slanging raw womb or something. Like I need to keep up with the money and the receipt. That's the only time. Other than that, I don't care what you doing. As long as you don't come back in that house with a wet ass, a bad attitude, and no motherfucking money. That's all. But she don't deserve shit. None at all. I wouldn't give it to her.
Well, Houston, I hear you, man, but at the same time, when you call in from time to time, you do talk about your issues with your baby mamas. Right?
I never gave them. They didn't have a password to nothing. Even when I was with the last one, and then it goes back to the daughters, because I got 4 daughters, 2 in their 20s, and the last 2 in their one mid-teens, one is 18.
Damn.
It depend on the mama.
Damn.
Because that child, if that mama is putting poison in that child's head, she gonna end up just like her and repeat the cycle. So your daughters could be a gift and a curse. It depends. If I don't trust your mama and you start acting like your mama, I don't trust you either. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn how you feel. Like I don't trust you. Your mom ain't shit. Goddamn it. You showing that same energy in your mama and you already young. Your mama already older and she's teaching you flat back in activities, flat back in behavior, flat back in mentality. No, I don't. No. Uh-uh. No.
Hey, Houston, hold on 1 second. Rory, do you want the screen to? I'm sorry, the link to cam up. Rory, I got your text message. Rory, let me know if you want to cam up. Okay. So Houston, did you see this? Mike Epps, he was on the podcast, All the Smoke, and he's apologizing to his wife.
No, I didn't catch it. I saw the thing where he was apologizing to somebody, but I didn't know he was apologizing to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, just by thinking of what he said and what he been, I'm like, okay, why would you be apologizing to your wife because I'm sure him and people like myself done went off on the daughter because they was acting like the wife or the mama. So I'm not going to apologize to that. If that child got enough mouth on them to talk to me a certain way, then you got enough mind in your body to understand how I'm going to respond to you. So if you coming to me a certain way, you and your mama going to get that tongue lashing, just like y'all want it. Just like that. You know what I mean? I'm not apologizing for that, dog. You know what I mean?
Okay. Hold on a second, Houston. Okay, Rory, check your email. I just sent you the link. All right. So, what's popping on your channel, Houston? You go live daily, yes?
Yeah, and then like I do go live daily. It's just I catch them like when I go live. I usually do like the segment, the ghetto gynecologist. I do that around about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Late night because I be talking about ghetto gynecologist talk, and it goes with just different things other than just talking about the woman womb. I be talking where her mind at. Do she take care of it? How she feel about a man? Is she cheating? Do they know when they cheating? Vice versa. It's just the ghetto gynecologist. You know what I mean? And then, like, I might bring up a topic earlier around about 2 o'clock in the evening, and just talk about random topics that's going on the news. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's how I split it up. Just to get their mind, give them something to do early in the day to think about, and then late at night when they sipping, get their mind something else to think about. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, look, man, it's Friday night. You hit echo in the background?
Nah, that ain't me.
Okay. It's Friday night, man. I'm just being a little silly here, man. Anything else you want to put on the table? Something that you're doing or upcoming live?
Oh yeah, I got the upcoming live, and then I got the upcoming live that I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to ask, could we survive another COVID type shutdown during the border crisis? Could we survive that? You remember how they shut down everything for COVID, but then with the border crisis going on, could we survive that?
I
Considering
have
that
no
the border
idea. Is that coming? Is that coming around the mountain? I haven't heard about that.
No, I'm saying I just threw it out there. Like,
Oh, okay. You
you
you you
know,
were you were just sipping the Paul Masson as you do, and it came to
yeah,
your mind.
yeah, and it came to
Oh,
my mind. I'm like, with the border going on like this, with all these people coming in and shit, could we afford another shutdown?
oh,
You know,
okay.
because you know, because people
Gotcha.
were breaking up, families were breaking up, men and women, they were killing each other. PPP loans were going like,
Well, hang on a second. Since you put that out there before you go, let me ask you a question. Do you study white people?
hell
I
yeah.
gave a whole breakdown of two white boys at a supermarket when I just pulled up earlier. Do you study white people?
Hell yeah. They study us. I study them back.
That's a
When you look eye to eye, and you can tell little slick shit they be saying. You say little slick shit back to them, and that's how you know they watching you and you watching them, and they keep it pushing. Just like when you'll be around them and they'll say something like, "Oh, yeah, well I do this," and then try to make it like they ethnic or something. I'd be like, "Well, no, I don't do that type of thing. I don't know
yeah.
nothing about hog maws and shit like that." I'm
Hmm.
like, I don't eat that shit. You feel me?
Okay.
But I
Listen,
studied.
good to talk to you, man. Get me the new banner. I keep asking.
Oh, look, dog. I thought I had sent it to you. I gotta go read
No.
my email.
I get emails from you daily, but can you send me the new banner, please?
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Good to
All
talk to you,
right,
man.
I
Salute.
bet.
Salute. Okay, funny.
Already.
What? So my nigga sends me emails daily. Hang on a second, guys. 313. Good evening. Are you there? Friday night. Just being a little silly, going off the rails. 313.
Yeah, so I don't think that God curses. I don't think God curses anyone.
Okay.
What it is that there are a lot of men that treat women wrong.
Okay.
So they get back what they have put out there. So
Karma.
the thing
Karma.
that
Karma.
if you're going to treat her wrong, then I'm going to bless you with a daughter. And do you want your daughter to be treated the same way that you treated the mother?
Okay.
It's not that he curses them. It's a lesson that they have to learn.
I'm listening.
So so it's not so much of a curse, it's a lesson. And I was just talking to my son about that because I'm like, God doesn't curse anyone. He teaches us lessons. And so that's what I think is more of a lesson than of a curse. But you don't have children. Your children are a blessing to you. And if you have these children, then that's your way of giving back to what you have done to someone else, or either you're going to treat your children the way that you have treated their mother or their father or whoever. So, that's how I look at it. I look at it like that. That's all I wanted to say.
No, stay with me. You sound like a knowledgeable woman. I beg to differ. You said the omnipotent power doesn't curse anyone. That's what you said.
Yeah, I don't feel that God curses anyone.
Okay. I just want to be clear what you said. And you are a woman of a certain age. Do you mind saying what generation you're from? You baby boomer like myself?
I'm a 60 baby.
Okay. You're a baby boomer. someone
Yeah,
burning in a lake of fire for eternity. That's not a curse.
Well,
hang on. I'm going to ask you again. Hang on. Let me ask you the question again. Let's take our time.
Okay.
Burning in a lake of fire. That's not a curse and a punishment?
I don't think it's a punishment from God. I think it's a punishment from what we have put ourselves through. It's nothing that God's not going to punish us for things that we've done, because we all have.
Do not try to get away from scripture. Hang on. Hang on. You were born in the 60s. Please, let's talk. I'm not, come on. Burning in a lake of fire. It clearly says so. God's word, God's law. That's not punishment, torture.
It's not punishment. It's what we.
That's not a curse. It's
brought to ourselves. It's what we have brought to ourselves. I don't look at it as a curse.
Oh, okay.
I look at it as something that we have done in the past. Now you have a choice. He gives you a choice.
Right.
It's free will. He gives you a choice. Either you can be forgiven for your sins, or you can go and burn in hell. So, that you have a choice. And things that you have done in your past, you have an opportunity to ask for forgiveness. But if you don't ask for forgiveness, then you're going to burn in the lake of fire. You're going to burn in hell, fire and brimstone. Okay. That's just how it is. You have these arrogant people that feel like, oh, I don't believe in God, and he's not going to do nothing to me. And
well, God is a theory. I mean, if you support the theory, that's fine, but you can't prove the theory, just like I can't disprove it. But hang on a second. With regards to children, you said that children are a blessing. Are all children blessings?
You said, are all children blessings?
Are all children blessings? That's my question.
I think all children are blessings. I think all children are blessings. Yes, I do. Now, it's how you treat your blessing is what matters. All children are blessings. Children come out as innocent. They have no idea what's going on.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't want to hurt nobody's feeling, but you have deformed children. You have children with all sorts of disease and other things, that, they live a life, sometimes a short life of pain. And is that a blessing? Is that a blessing?
I can't answer.
Girl, you believe in God. You better answer it. Hang on now.
I believe in God, and I believe that God makes no mistakes.
Children with cancer and all sorts of deformities.
Just like when Eve went to the garden and she ate of that fruit, that became something that happened with us women. Now we have to suffer for that when we have childbirth. So we have pain from that because of what was done, what she did. So a lot of things that happen because of what our ancestors have done. So we all have to go through it. Mm-hmm. We all have to suffer for it. But it's how you live your life, what you do, and you like I said, every day you have to ask for forgiveness. Every day. I'm
enjoying the conversation. Can I ask you one more question before you go? Is your menstrual cycle every 30 days a blessing or your punishment?
I feel like it's a punishment. Mm-hmm. I don't have them anymore, but I feel like it's a punishment.
Now we talking. Huh?
I feel like it's a punishment. And it has nothing
the shame and the stench. Huh?
It has nothing to do with what I've done, but yes, it's a punishment.
It's a punishment, goddamn.
And any woman would
from a vengeful force, right?
because of what happened. Because of what happened with our ancestors. You know, our ancestor Eve. Because we all come from one.
No.
We've all come from one.
All that Adam and Eve stuff sounds hot. It's a punishment from the omnipotent power. Because you are out of pocket, out of line, and out of control, and that power wants to shame you for the rest of your dying days. Go ahead, finish up, darling. I've enjoyed this conversation. Finish up, please.
Exactly. I am. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to get that point across. I appreciate you. I'm here with my son, so I love listening to you when I come here.
Tell your son I said salute, and you have a wonderful weekend, the both of you.
Thank you. You
bye
too.
Now. Okay.
Okay, bye.
You see that we can agree to disagree and have a good conversation. It's a punishment. The stench and the discharge every day. Good God Almighty. Can I get a real nigga on the line to just talk about? Yeah. At some point, you whether she leaves leaves the panties or a napkin or something in the toilet or in the trash, and you just have to look in there and whoa, the fuck. Damn, I ain't putting my face in that no more. Hang on a second. Oh, here we go. White boy Rory, Friday night. White boy Rory.
Yo, what's good?
I caught two little Caucasians at the supermarket earlier. Did you hear me break it down?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. On a fucking bike in the dark with a goddamn fog light. I know they're up to something. I know white boys between 12 years of age and 16. Death, destruction, torment, and they like to watch it burn. Am I lying, Rory?
No, you ain't lying. We give it up. That's how we give it up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, burn it down, build a new one. Nobody care about that, you know? And I want to say salute to it's Irish History Month, you know? It's Irish History Month, St. Patrick's Day coming up. And I want to say salute to Beyonce for cultural appropriating and becoming whiter.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Getting her blonde hair on, getting her skin bleached.
Right.
You know? Getting her blue eyes going. She's going to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day, too. You know, she knows the best-looking women in the world are the ivory-skinned goddesses.
Ooh.
She knows that. That's why she's transforming. That's why she's transforming before our eyes. You know?
Is she going to divorce Jay-Z and get herself a country white boy? Is that what she's headed?
Oh, that's a whole fact. She gonna drop that dookie braid ass dude. She gonna drop his ass, and she gonna get herself a white boy. Yes, already. I mean, the writing's on the wall, right? She's just getting herself prepared right now. She's just getting herself prepared to marry a white guy. She has always wanted to come on this side. She has always wanted to come on this side. You know. They say once you go black, you never go back. That's a farce. That's not true. Because once you get a bit of money, you go white and you see the bright. That's the truth of the matter.
Say it again, white boy. Say it again. Run that back.
Once you get a bit of money, you go white and you see the sunlight. That's the truth. That's why you see all these brothers getting ready to sign a contract at a college football with a white girl on their hip, man. With a white girl next to them. Yeah. Whether it's basketball, football, whatever. You know. And Beyonce's, you know, they call her a beehive. You know, she's a white girl. She's turning into a white girl. And we accept her. You know, she's a beautiful woman. We'll accept her. She looks better now than she ever did before. It was better now than she ever did before.
Hang on a second, Rory. Stay with me. We're cooking now. Casey, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Salute KC, okay? And salute to your son for allowing you to call in. King Walker, I see King Walker says, then white boys will put antifreeze in your yard. That's a fact. It's a fact.
A whole fact.
Yeah.
We'll flip your car over. We'll flip your car over. We'll come with 5 of us. All of a sudden, your car's on your front lawn, flipped over on the roof, straight up.
Now, hang on a second. So, yeah, I just wanted somebody. I'm so glad you called in to, just to hear me out. I grew up in the suburbs. I've seen all sorts of crazy shit, and some of the guys who I grew up with, I had to get away from them because it was a mission of theirs. We used to go up to demonic. I'm not going to say the kid.
They don't call us the devil for nothing.
I'm not going to say the kid's name, but his father was a doctor. You got to fix that echo in the background, Roy. You got to echo in the background.
His father might have
been, Roy, fix the echo.
Was probably a demonic doctor.
Fix the echo in the background. One day, this kid said to me, he said, "Terrain, let's go drop some rocks on the overpass."
All that.
I said, what? That's your thing, right, Roy? Going to the overpass with a fucking cinder block, cars coming below, pow, right?
Boom. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, forget about it. You mess with my sister? Oh, we might light your house on fire. All of a sudden, 4th of July comes. There's like 30 people aiming Roman candles at your house, and setting your lawn, and the house goes up. That happens too.
Right.
Everybody runs away. Didn't know what happened. Nobody know what happened.
Right.
We were just lighting off some fireworks. It was 4th of July. Sorry. But it didn't mean for that to happen.
Yeah. Hey, man, before you go, I want to stay on topic. It's not a trending topic. Does your partner deserve your Instagram password? Can you entertain the question, please, Rory?
Yeah, I really don't do IG or social media too much. I listen to the show because I listened to you for a long time, so I listen to YouTube. But I'm not a social media person. But me myself, I've never had any. I've never ever had a woman. I've never had my wife. I've never had my ex-wife. I've never had any woman I'm dating press that line like that. That they want to look at my phone or they want to look through my stuff. I don't ask them that, and they've never asked me that. You know, if you want to look at go ahead, look at my phone. You might find something there you don't like. I mean, but I've never really had that,
Okay.
No, I'm not that type of guy, Star. I wouldn't. Yeah. I don't date masculine women. I don't date women who are who think that they're men. I've had an issue with that with a Puerto Rican girl in the past, and I had to put hands on her, and so I swore to myself I would never date another, aggressive. Aggressive woman. I
have to jump in. I have to jump in with all due respect. I'm not going down the tranny Britney Spears path. I'm not going to do that to you. But you had to put hands on a Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican women they're not contentious like that. I mean, they do a lot of crying and throwing shit. But what made you, as you just said, put hands on them? Puerto Rican?
Oh, I just told you. It was the questioning of every single thing that I did.
Yeah.
It was the double talk and the questioning.
But they don't get sassy. Hold on. They don't get sassy like black chicks. So you just got annoyed? Were you on the booger sugar? What made you?
I don't know. I don't know what kind
her.
of Puerto Rican girls you know. I don't know what kind of Puerto Rican girls you know. This girl slapped me in my face, man. That was kind of like the end of it. I had to put hands on her. I try to never put my hands on a woman.
Right.
But I'm not the type of guy who to say I would never put my hands on a woman. Right. No, I'll slap the shit out of a bitch if she puts her hands on me.
Damn.
And gets a little too crazy. I take one slap, maybe I'll walk away or something like that. But if you corner me, or we're together in the apartment, and you're trying to be aggressive and throwing glass, glass at me
Okay.
and stuff. No, you're gonna get handled. And if you can't,
Okay.
I might just restrain them, but a slap or two will come after that.
Okay.
Yo, anyway, yeah, Star. A couple of these cats. Let me just say, a couple of these cats with my name in their mouth. Gangster love. Gangster love. Use a hoe. Use a hoe. Use a ho. I've never met a man who cammed up live from a closet with women's sunglasses on. I already knew this cat was a bitch. I already knew that. And when you a grown man. What you do in Nebraska? It probably costs like $1,800 a month to rent a 4-bedroom in Nebraska. You were not even rented a room. You rented a closet. You camming up live in a closet with women's sunglasses on. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Sir Shy goes, I've never met a man I've never met a man in my life who calls himself shy. How are you a grown-ass man in his 30s and you shy as shit? What you shy of? You shy to show your face? Come on, man.
Okay.
These cats need to keep my name out their mouth, man. I will bomb them. Whatever. We can cam up. You want to cam up? We cam up. Ain't nobody scared over here.
Okay.
I'm not hiding. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hiding.
Okay. Hold on a second.
And salute to Beyonce with her fine white ass. Oh, what a white goddess she is. That blonde hair and light eyes.
All right, Rory, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for tapping it. I appreciate you, man. All right. All right, salute. Guys, in case you're just now joining the show, Mike Epps has apologized to his wife. Good guy, Mike Epps. He recently, he was doing an interview somewhere, and he mentioned me. And he was talking about the old Star and Buck Wild show. Man, we used to have some crazy roasting sessions. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I mean, I don't want to go too far back, but he's a hell of a sport. We used to talk crazy. He's a great guy. He lived in Crown Heights for years, Brooklyn. Mike, you did the right thing, man. Salute to you and your beautiful wife. When you have a wife, man, and she gets a little bent out of shape about something, you got to make peace, from what they say. Area code 631. Good evening. Are you there? 631 on a Friday.
Hello, hi.
Hey.
So I sent you an email. Did you check it yet?
Well, who are you? I'm sitting here sipping. It's Friday night. Who are you?
It's Slaine, Sline.
Slaine?
Yes.
Nice to hear from you, Slaine. What do you want to chime in? What do you want to talk about on a Friday, Slaine?
What is the topic? You have so many topics. What's the question?
Well, I was asking, does your partner deserve your Instagram password? But people seem to not really be, chiming in. So we can talk about Mike Epps apologizing to his wife, or we can talk about, is Beyonce getting a divorce? What's on your mind tonight on a Friday, Slaine? Let me write that down.
As the password, I feel like if you don't have anything to hide, what's the big deal?
Okay.
Like all of my boyfriends, like we share each other's password. I give him my thing, he give me his thing. I don't have anything to hide. I'm not a cheater, and he's not a cheater, so I don't see what the big deal is.
Can I ask how old are you?
I'm in my 30s.
You sound like a good woman. Give up that password. Yeah, I need to see what you're doing, shorty. See who's trying to holler at you and interfering with my ism. Okay, so now are you married? Are you in a relationship? What's going on with you, Slaine?
I'm in a relationship.
Okay. Are you heading towards the altar?
Yes. Yeah.
Congrats. Is your significant other there with you now?
No, he's not.
Okay. Does he mind you calling the devil? I'm the devil, Slaine. Let's Let's keep it real.
No, I think you're amazing. I think you're fun. You're
Oh,
funny.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so you have no problem giving your soon-to-be fiance or husband your password. You don't mind him, just making sure that the hoe ass niggas are not trying to intrude, right? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Good for you. Now, do you have male friends or male acquaintances? Because if he's a good man and you see yourself heading towards that altar, all of those male friends, you put them in the acquaintance category. Don't let them just reach out and text you randomly about bullshit. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
I do have male friends, but they have to be distant because he's very jealous. He's very insecure. But I don't know why because I don't want anyone else. I don't understand the jealousy. Like I'm with you because I want to be with you. Why are you so possessive? Why are you so jealous? You know what? Let me calm down because I'm getting carried away. Sorry.
No, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Now, did he admit to being jealous, or are you assuming he's jealous?
Oh no, that guy is jealous. He is. Oh my gosh. It's bad. It's so bad. I feel like you're my strength right now.
Well, now hang on.
Oh my
Just again, stay with me. Stay with me. Did he admit to
Okay.
you, "I'm jealous"? Did he say that?
Oh yes, and his action says it too.
Okay. Okay.
I
Well,
go by action
okay.
too, but
Okay.
he verbally,
Go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. So
Okay. So hear me out. So okay. So maybe he is jealous. Some guys like myself. It's not about being jealous. I just don't want bum ass niggas in the mix, and those bum ass niggas can be Caucasian, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. I don't want them in the mix. It's not that
mhm.
I'm not worried about my ego. I just don't want bums, interfering. But now, if he is jealous, as you just said, does he say "I love you" to you?
Oh my gosh, this guy is obsessed with me. But it's like
Slain, does he say
obsessed with me.
"I love you"? Does he say that?
Yes, every minute. I promise you,
Okay.
this guy
Okay.
is obsessed with me.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. He's too
Slain,
much for me.
Slain, listen to an old nigga. Slain.
Okay.
Okay. He's dangerous. He's dangerous because
Yes, he is.
yeah. The definition of love is two fools with a misunderstanding. You ever heard that before?
No. No.
Do you know the story of Romeo and Juliet?
Yes,
Mhm.
I do.
He may love you so much to the point where he wants to hurt you and himself.
Right. At first, I thought it was cute, but no. Now it's like,
Mm.
oh my gosh, it's bad. It's really bad. But I don't know. I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Slain, listen to me. I'm this is going into a serious direction here. I
Right.
don't get too serious, but he may be in
Okay.
love. Bitch, I can't live without you. Yeah.
Right.
Bitch, if you leave me, I'll kill you. Bitch, I'll kill your father. Bitch, I'll kill your auntie.
Yes.
Bitch, I'll kill you. Has he said that to you?
Yeah.
Yes?
He threatened. Oh my gosh, I'm saying way
Yeah.
too much. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
God. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a YouTuber, so I don't want to say too much.
Okay. Slain. It's Slaine. That's how you say your name? Slain?
Fline, Fling,
Slain.
that's
Slain.
Fling.
Okay.
Yeah,
S- s-
Fling TV is my
Okay.
YouTube.
Well, send me an email so I can
Mm.
check out your page. Slain, you've got to
I
be
sent you an email
okay. Well, send
yesterday.
it. Send it again, baby. My brain is fried. You got to be
Okay.
you got to be careful because he's he sounds like a nigga that may hurt you in the long run. Okay, if he's in love,
Right.
love, you know.
And I'm little. I'm very little. So yeah, I have
Oh
to
my God,
be
yeah,
careful.
yeah.
Yeah.
He could chop
I'm so
your body up and put you in
oh,
in a fucking canister. Okay, have a great night.
right.
Well, he loves
You
you.
too.
Okay, thank you, darling.
Okay.
Bye now.
Bye.
Okay. Folks, we're on real nigga time right now. A real nigga time. Rory, you see, white boy Rory sent in a donation. Salute to Rory. Be careful what you ask for. You may get it. Some of you girls want to be in love. Bitch, I love you. Bitch, I said I love you. Where you going? Where? What time you coming back? Who's going with you? Give me their phone numbers just so that I can feel good about where you're going. Crown, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. He says, "Fuck Fat Joe. Leave FBAs out of your bullshit." Crown, might you want to tap in because I'm a little concerned about Fat Joe. Fat Joe has never disrespected me, but you know, I do what I do on this microphone. I grilled him when he came on the Star and Buckwild show years ago. You guys know the story already. I'm not going to keep repeating it. I pressed him about that N-word, and then I asked him about the word speck and how he felt about me saying it, because I used to sling that word heavy on the Star and Buckwild show. Will Fat Joe now be leading the charge for Hispanics with regards to Joe Biden, the president? You guys, where's my notes? Hold on a second. It's on TMZ. Fat Joe's push in Washington, D.C. to gut America's cryptic healthcare system. So he's down there with the Sleepy Joe. My nigga Chuck D was down there. Jesus Christ almighty. Chuck, what are you doing, man? Is Fat Joe now a tool for the Democrats? Getting ready to sell everybody out. Good God almighty. Okay, what is your name? I love my ad block. Thank you for your support. Star Steven Jackson has that Easter Island face. I don't dislike the guy. I just, when he went to O Block and said, "Yo, I'm checking in," I said, "What are you doing, old nigga?" I've been down to O Block. If you guys follow me on the gram, you see I went there. I was on official business. Broad daylight, 12 noon. I wasn't checking in. I was down there taking pictures. But yeah, thank you for your donation. Is it Tyvon? Star just cost that girl her life. LOL. No, sir. I was just trying to help her. Sound like she got a nigga who loves her, and a nigga who loves you like that can be dangerous. Hold on a second. DJ Prophecy, where are you, man? Trackmasters DJ, come on. Skylar Saunders, you want to tap in? It's Friday night. Let's get a panel going here. Guys on the screen, please check out my sponsor, Nick Severe. And Nick, keep me posted, man, when you have new videos, or if you want us to repost an older video in the community section. You've got credit with me, homie. All right. YouTube.com/@Nick Severe Music. Check him out. Tell him I sent you. Johnny, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't see you on the line. Or is that an older Cash App? Hold on a second. No, it just came in. Johnny, tap in. Gangsta of Love, Star. Bell's palsy is a virus, not a stroke. Are you sure, Mike? Well, thank you for the intel. Gangsta of Love, tap it, man. Cam up, Robbie just got at you, man. Hold on a second. Bell's palsy. I thought it had something to do with a mild stroke. Facial muscle weakness, paralysis begins telling us words of 48 hours. Damage to the face. Okay, there is saying an unexplained episode of facial muscle weakness or paralysis. It doesn't say a virus, but I mean, if hold on a second. Bell's palsy. I'm not laughing at people with Bell's palsy because back in the days we had the Bobby Brown jaw whenever we did too much blow. Bell's palsy is a type of facial paralysis. Okay, in most cases, weakness, temporary symptoms vary, mild to severe. I don't see virus. Gangs of Love, I appreciate your donation, but it says the cause of Bell's palsy is unknown. It can occur at any age. It does not say a virus, but I thank you for your donation, okay? Phone lines open right now. Okay, hang on a second. I got an email from my alleged daughter, Killer. Killer, what happened to, I sent you an email, Killer. What's going on with you? Fuck. Frank White, I got your donation. Salute, star. Respect old soul. Okay. Terrence got your donation. Daughter from a family of whores is a curse of God. Sir, aren't they all whores? I'm just saying. Aren't they all up on the gram and social media whoring? Phone lines are open right now. Propane K 1982 got your donation. If you people are scared to call in, I'll just talk. I can talk. Propane K 1982 got your donation. Okay, I'm not sure where you're going, sir. Yeah, I did see DL Hughley kicking DJ Khaled's back. He's a sellout sand nigger, DJ Khaled. Salute to DL Hughley. Salute to DL Hughley. He kicked his back and he was sitting there with Jason Lee. He gave that nigga some work. 914, it's Friday. Are you there? Turn that down in the background, please. Turn that down.
That's you in the background, my boy.
No, sir. No, sir. That's you. Please turn that down. Turn your background down.
No, I mean that was you on the TV in the background. But I want to talk about DL Hughley. How you feel about that?
So, well, I mean, he went in on DJ Khaled, yes?
True indeed.
Come on, please. You have the floor. True indeed. Peace.
You are the last party.
Okay, sir, you hung up. I didn't hang up on you. What happened? Sir, can you call back? I want to hear somebody talk about that. DJ Khaled, huh? A sellout sand nigger. I don't want to say too much about that, but damn, niggas is down there scrambling. Down there scrambling. And this nigga got people carrying him, DJ Khaled, so he doesn't mess up his sneakers. Fuck boy shit. Killer, what up, girl?
Hey.
What's going on with you?
What's happening?
You're looking good.
Thank you.
I
don't know if that's a compliment or not. They've been telling me I look just like you.
I sent you an email. I didn't get a response on the IG page. What's going on?
On the IG page?
I sent you an email.
Yeah, it wasn't saved. You know, at the end of those type of things, they give you an option to save it.
No. Listen, I sent you an email earlier asking for your IG page. I was looking for a picture of you for the banner.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Okay.
My apologies. I didn't get it.
What else is crack?
I've been very busy. I was very busy. You know, we just wrapped the trial up over there with the Bishop Whitehead case. So I was covering the trial. I was in court all week.
Okay. did the jury come back yet, or are they coming back?
Not yet. By Tuesday they should. They did closing arguments will be Monday, but they rested their case yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm resending the email right now. It says right there, what's your IG page link?
Okay.
Okay. All right. I want to talk.
Did you get the new banner? I know you didn't like them, but I had it redone.
Well, no, I didn't get the new banner. No, but just send me your IG page link so we can pick our own picture and make the banner. Then we'll send you the final. Okay. Okay. Now, is Beyonce divorcing Jay-Z?
No, I heard you mention something in regards to Storm Monroe. You know, Storm. Well, you know, a lot of them like to use the clickbaity titles, but there's no evidence that Jay and Beyonce are done.
I know Storm Monroe personally. He does great research, and if Storm says something, it's brewing. So,
not all the time. Not all the time.
Well, hang on.
There's a situation going on right now in the YouTube streets where Storm was allegedly paid off.
Hang on, Killer. Let's stay focused. And I have another source. Hold on a second. There's a YouTube channel. Do you know that this female? She put out a really nice video with information. Trini T. Is it Trini T on YouTube?
Yeah, I've heard of the page. Yes.
Okay.
Those are another one. In my opinion, a lot of them like to use clickbaity titles, so you never know what's true from what's not.
Well, she put it together, and it makes sense that everybody in Beyonce's camp has just had enough of Jay, going back to Solange, punching him, spitting him. Beyonce has some track, "Plastic on the Couch" from what is that? The Renaissance album, where she talks about moving on. You have to speed on this.
Well, I mean, I am, but if we're gonna be real and you want to keep it, first of all, I'm biased. It's big Brooklyn over here. First of all, second of all, in my opinion, yes, Beyonce is Beyonce, very talented. We're never gonna take that away from her. But in my opinion, she wouldn't have been the Beyonce that she is if she wasn't endorsed by Jay. That's where she got her street cred from.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I'm listening.
I mean, that's just being real. When they first got together, Beyonce was very much, when they first come out, they try to make them the perfect little princess. She had that reputation. And then she came out with Sasha Fierce, her alter ego. And in my opinion, it wasn't an alter ego. It was her, right? But during that time, it wasn't tasteful. You had to be perfect. You had to be prissy back in them days, no?
I hear you loud and clear. I'm just asking a question. Has Beyonce had enough? He cheated on her. He admitted to it. They have 3 kids together, yes?
Yes, they have 3 beautiful children. 3 beautiful children. And in my opinion, I find it very odd that we don't see the little boy much. I don't know if you noticed that during the Super Bowl, he had his daughters with him.
Get into that too deep. Now, let me ask you a question. You're born and raised in Brooklyn, yes?
Yes.
How does a nigga from Brooklyn go from being God body to locking up his hair?
Jay has a weird obsession with the
Killer.
He has a weird obsession with the artist.
Niggas don't go from being God body to locking up their hair.
Well, let's be real. He never claimed to be God body because he referenced himself as Jehovah. That is Jehovah Witness. When we dealing with Jehovah, it's not God body. Did he reference God body versus yes?
Killer. That's an old associate of mine. Me, him, and D Haven have history. If you don't know, just say you don't know. Okay. Anyway, you got any other tea? Give me some tea. What else is popping?
Nothing going on out here in the streets. The streets is very dry right now. Very, very dry.
Okay.
Nothing going on other than Charleston White challenging Vlad and Boosie to a fight.
Okay. Has Boosie responded?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate you. Great to see you. Let you and I talk behind the scenes about that other thing.
Okay.
And I'll be back up in New York. I'll be in North Carolina next week, but I'll be back in New York next month on business. And you and I should at least try and break bread, okay?
Okay.
Great to see you. And when are you posting on your channel? Because we're gonna get that banner going. Killer Daily.
I'm getting ready to upload tonight. I have 2 shows to upload. I'll be uploading some pre-records, and I'm trying to go pop up over there with Jay now. Oh, speaking of the bell, is it called Bell's palsy?
I don't know.
Well, Florida boy Jay just actually was diagnosed with that a few months back, so he'll be a good person.
Easy. What are you putting that man's business out there for?
No, he did it on his show. He put it on his show. He went
he
live.
did?
He did a whole live about it, and he broke it down and everything. So yeah, he's like the best person you can talk to about the diagnosis. He knows firsthand.
Is it some type of chlamydia? How do you get that?
Jay. No, I'm sure it wasn't chlamydia. It's actually what you Googled. It pretty much that summed it up. They don't really know the cause of it, but it's treatable. It is treatable.
A strain of chlamydia?
It could be. He's been out here in these streets allegedly.
Okay. Great to see you. Let's talk.
Great to see you, Pops.
Later, okay?
We'll talk soon, okay?
All right.
Have a
Take
good
care.
show.
All right, bye now. Killer on the check-in. Hang on a second. Blade says, speaking of Solange and the elevator incident, does anybody remember what Star said he would have done if he were in Jay's position when that little tussle went down? Star got that scrubbed off of the internet. This nigga, he's trying to snitch. Hold on a second. Who sent the email here? Okay, thank you. Don, who are you? Okay, I got your email. Thank you, Don. TJ. Hold on a second. TJ says, Star, Skylar Saunders was diagnosed with bussy fever. Okay. Skylar, are you out there? Do you want to tap in? Folks, we have shifted the conversation. Mike Epps apologized to his wife after comments during an interview on All the Smoke podcast. Let me print it up because I keep forgetting the name of that podcast. Is that show even still a factor? Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco have taken the lead, along with my homie Cameron. I don't know Mace. I just met Mace one time. But hold on, guys. Maybe there's not much to say about the Mike Epps apologizing to his wife's story. That's a good thing. He's a smart guy. Good guy, too, and he's been through a lot. Let me print this out here. Vernell, I got your donation. Do you want to call in, Vernell? It's Friday night. Why not? Okay, hang on a second. Here's Brent. Okay, Brent sent in a nice donation. Brent says, you're spot on about us white boys. Oh my goodness. As soon as I saw those two little, scrawny white boys up at the goddamn market, I said, what are they up to? Big ass, some type of LED fog light. I said, what the fuck? Dude, is that your bike? And before he could even say, yeah, I said, cool. Click. I know they're up to something, huh? Do you study white people? Call in, chime in if you like. Guys, I've been trying to get Dope Man to tap in. I have not heard from him. Dope Man, are you out there, sir? Dope Man, where are you? Hold on. It's Friday night. Not a lot going on. This weekend I've got some shipping to do. Everything is pretty much out of here. Hold on. My cap position. I used to cry all the time and ask God, what did I do that I can't have a son? Oh my goodness. I didn't know he said that. But I know what it was. I lied to all these women, got them pregnant, and sold them dreams. Damn. One thing I'm going to get right before I leave this earth is I'm going to learn how to treat a woman 100% right. Wow. So I'm sure his wife said, nigga, what's going on with you? So he's not being truthful with his wife? Hang on a second. Mike also said, there's something that I want to do for my mother, for my children, for my daughters. And now that I'm getting older, I'm realizing that you've got to treat a woman right. Oh, wow. So he didn't speak about, what his wife brings to the table, I would imagine. He just talking about he wants to do something for his mother who's gone now, Damn, yeah, I can see why his wife would feel some type of way. 105 fam, I got your donation. He says, stop trying to get away from scripture. Salute Star for telling her that. That was God's work. Scripture dictates God's attributes, okay? Not how we feel. Respect. Let's talk about it. Salute to you, 105 fam. She tried to misconstrue God's word. Burning in a lake of fire. That's punishment. That's the ultimate curse. Hey, Tiffany, got your donation. Thank you so much. I don't see a message. She just says the Star Report. Okay. Sir Shy, are you tapping in, sir? Rory's boyfriend. Okay, I don't know who that is. Should I Google that person you mentioned, Sir Shy, or do you want to call him? Rory said he wants to smoke tonight. In the meantime, there's my girl, Janet. How are you, Janet, on a Friday night? Janet.
Hi, Star. How are you?
I'm good. I got your emails. I glanced at them. Are you okay? You okay?
Sure. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Something with Puerto Ricans. Something knocking on your door.
Yeah.
The fuck?
And late at night.
Come on.
She's looking for her lost kitty cat or whatever. I was like, what? I was like, I don't know. Maybe I just, I might have to go get me a gun or something because these people around here, I don't know what's going on in America. They just letting anybody in. Why would you knock on somebody's door in the middle of the night talking about something you lost a cat? And have I seen it? Do it look like I'm looking for a cat outside? I live in a forest. What am I looking for a cat for? You know what I mean? Animals out here.
Give us the time. And are you sure this person was Puerto Rican? What was the time?
Well, my son said she was Puerto Rican. So to put the time, I think it was 7:45 or it could have been 8:45, but I know it was 45. I think it was more 7:45 because I heard a knock on the door and I yelled to my son. I say, is anybody knocking on our door? And when I got up to go get the door, he said, wait a minute, what you doing? And I said, okay. And then he answered the door. Yeah. And then,
now this is your new home. Yes, this is your new home.
Yes. And I'm surprised because it's quiet around here. Plus they got like security that rolls around, And then she was like at the bottom of the steps. And when he answered the door, like she was getting ready to make a run for it, if things didn't go her way. And then she was like, I work nearby and I bring my cat to the office and it got away from me.
That's the bullshit. That's the bullshit. That's the bullshit.
Yeah, that's the bull crap. You know, and I was like, how come she didn't knock on anybody else's door or ring anybody's bell? Because this is quiet as a you can hear a pin drop around here. So if I would have heard her, she would have went to anybody else's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than likely, she had on some type of a little camera, you know, and filming you so that she can, you know, go back and, you know, tell Hector and Angel, you know, she looked like food. She looked like, yeah, we can get up in there 2 o'clock in the morning, put the Ruger to her head. Yeah, lining you up.
Yeah, well, she could try it. My next door neighbor is a detective.
Okay.
And you know, if the wrong thing happened, he gonna come out. So you know, you do what you want, but you already seen my son, so you know what it is. You know what it is. He's a good Christian now.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good Christian when he want to be. So I'm not even worried about it.
Well,
so yeah,
hang on a second, Jen. Now you and I are from a different era from these younger people. Now, with all due respect, if it's an older Puerto Rican and they're on that heroin, they're coming regardless. they got to have that heroin. They coming back.
No, she looked like she was like in her 20s, around 28, and she was driving like a newer car. It was like her car was clean. Her car was cleaner than the Board of Health. So I don't understand knocking at my door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is like a brand new house. So when you're knocking at my door, you can't be looking for nobody. You can't be saying, "Oh, I thought so and so lived there." No.
Yeah.
You couldn't have.
Okay.
So it's kind of crazy.
Jen,
yeah.
My topics. I'm not sure. Do we focus on Mike Epps apologizing to his wife, or do we put something else on the table? DL Hughley goes in on DJ Khaled. What should we focus on tonight, Janet?
Let's talk about is Michael Epps apologizing to his wife?
Yeah.
Oh, he's apologizing for his past sins. Well, he sounds like a man that paid too much for what he got, as the old song says. You know, so I'm glad he recognized that and repenting within himself. You know, because you go through life and you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. That's called insanity, you know. So I guess he realized, hey, you know, I got to stop. I got to stop, check myself, looked at himself.
I respect the fact that he apologized to her in public because, you know, when you get married, you know, that woman, it's you and her against the world. You know, if you have sisters, aunties, and a mother, you know, they have to step back and let you and that woman build your family, so to speak. Yes, but you've never been
100.
I'm sorry.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. This is what I'm saying. You know, when you get married, that's you supposed to be. You know, that's your partner in crime. You know,
right.
Stuff go down. You better be ready there to be testified in court. You know, on 20 Bibles and say, no, he couldn't have done it or she couldn't have done it. I was there. I got excuses. I got paperwork. I got pictures. You know what? Till today, still today, every time I go to the store, I always make sure I get my receipt because you never know when you're going to have a witness for something and a timestamp. That worked for me before in court. So I keep doing it every time I go to the store. You never know when you need an alibi.
Yeah.
But you go through your receipts and you find a receipt with that day and time or around that day and time. So you can have plausible deniability.
Hold on one second. Janet, Florida Boy Jay wants to cam up. Oh, my nigga, we got some talking to do tonight. Hold on a second, John. I'm sorry, Janet, you were saying?
No, I was just saying you just have to have plausible deniability. So you got to always keep that for your mate and yourself, you know. You got to have somebody that's on the ball and know what's going on around you because this world is crazy. This world is just crazy.
Jen,
anyway.
Hold on, stay with me. I need to talk to someone who has an understanding. I'm sure there are other people who do, but you're on the line right now. DJ Khaled, is he a sellout? What the fuck
Yes.
is going on with that nigga? And salute to DL Hughley, even though he and I don't share the same politics and or ideology, but he was sitting with Jason Lee, and he was kicking in DJ Khaled's back. You up to speed on that?
No, I didn't see it, but I do know that I believe that DJ Khaled and what's his name, Fat Joe, I think they want to change the face of hip hop. At one time they had a meeting. It was DJ Khaled, Big Joe, and they had invited Drake. It was just those three there. And then on that couch, like Drake was sitting in the chair, and DJ Khaled and Fat Joe was sitting on the couch. And then they just started laughing. Wasn't nobody saying nothing. And Drake started looking at them like they were funny. And I knew that laugh. I knew that laugh. That laugh meant we're taking over. We are the face now. And he was trying to do that, but I think Drake backed out. Because I seen it on one of the social medias, and I seen it for what it was.
Right.
And ever since that day, you know, Fat Joe, he blocked me on Twitter because I called him out on it. Yeah, he blocked me on Twitter because I called him out on it. You can't give these people an inch. You give them an inch, and next thing you know, your whole culture is rewritten in front of you, and nothing but lies.
Janet,
nothing
speaking
but
of
lies.
facts. You speaking of facts, girl. Speaking of facts.
Yeah. Nothing but lies. Yeah. And
anything else
as
you
far
want to
as
mention? Take your time.
Yeah, I want to talk about females being blessings to their fathers.
Well, the question was, are daughters, what did I say? Are daughters a curse? I forget how I phrased that. Guys, what did I say? Are daughters a curse? Something. I forget how I phrased it.
No. I think daughters are blessings to their fathers because it allows their fathers to be human. You know what I mean? Like soft. It makes a man stronger that he has something to defend that is his, and it makes him softer because it makes him more of a caretaker. You understand what I'm saying? And more reasonable. A man that loves his daughter sees the world differently, and is more calmer and more patient. He's not always out there with a club like a caveman. He sees the world rationally because he's seeing it through his daughter's eyes. And one thing about a daughter, a man that has a daughter, a good daughter, never has to worry in his old age to be alone. Because that's men, what I've heard, biggest fear is to be alone in their old age. With a daughter that truly loves you.
No, that's actually false. That's actually false. I mean, listen, you come into the world alone, and the best way to go out is alone. You don't have to deal with nobody's bullshit. But you know, nice try though. But now, hang on a second.
No, that's our opinion.
No, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. You can have yours. You know, I got mine. But now, I've already said, if I have kids, I want a bunch of daughters. But I forget what the question was, guys. If anybody remembers the question, I said, "Are daughters a curse?" Something like that. But okay. So I'm setting up top. Okay. So yeah. Mike Epps apologized.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to finish up on that. It seems like he's in a good place. I mean no disrespect, but is his current wife a homewrecker? Did she slide in, and why is his ex-wife sitting down with my homie Tasha K? Are you speaking?
Well, this word homewrecker. I know some women that that really don't care. They're intentionally go out and they'll date whoever. They don't care who the man married to or whatever, right?
Okay.
However, I can't call him a homewrecker because if he can't stop himself from doing what he knows that he's not supposed to do, then he don't belong in that home anyway. You can't wreck a home. You can't invade a home and the door is already open. If the door is already wide open, then you walking in there, what do you expect? You understand? So I can't blame his new wife. I could blame him.
Okay.
So he need to be apologizing to everybody all the way around because he hurt people out here.
And the question was, are daughters a curse from God? That was my question. I forgot it. Curse.
Yeah, I told you, no, they're not. They're blessings. They're blessings. Your daughter will take care of my. You know what? I'm a daddy girl, and my daddy, may he rest in peace. Oh my God, I love my daddy so much, so much to this day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? To this day, I make sure all the things that I did, all them pictures that I send you through email with all these, my niece with the doctorate, my nephews with all these graduations and all these accomplishments and stuff. The reason that I stood after my mother died and I stood and tried to make sure my family was all right is because I wanted to honor my father and my mother. But most of all, I wanted to honor my father's last name.
Okay, now hang on, Janet. I can appreciate everything you've just said. Hang on. I can appreciate everything you've just said. And I'm just asking the question, but please knock it off for all that, nobody wants to be alone. That's cap.
No.
Hang on. You spoke, let me speak.
Okay.
That's cap. Some people live great lives of peace, minus the bullshit of family, fake friends, and all this superficial nonsense. A bunch of people texting about pointless shit. But now, why do the scriptures, Janet, all religious doctrines, Janet?
Can
you please fix that in the background? Why do all religious doctrines tell a woman how to conduct herself and to listen to her man? All religious doctrines. Why?
Well, maybe because that's what we're supposed to do. So I don't see how that equates to a daughter being a blessing to a father.
No.
I don't see how that equates.
The question was, are daughters a curse? Don't try and change the question now. You're saying blessings. Okay. You're saying blessings. I'm just asking, why do all religious doctrines, whether it be Jehovah's Witness, any form of religion, Catholicism, Hinduism, why do they all tell a woman how to conduct herself and what how to be a righteous woman? That's a question.
Because that's what it's supposed to do. They're lessons. They're the guidance through life. So that's what they're supposed to do. And yes, the Bible also says that a man shall love his wife and his wife shall honor her husband. It never said that the woman had to love her husband. She just had to go by certain rules of the culture that was set to make sure and the continuation of a strong family unit. You understand?
Janet, hold on a second. I'm going to let you give you the last word. Never mind the Bible, because you black folks, you try and twist that Bible to your own liking, and the Bible ain't got a goddamn thing to do with you. Okay, but now let's go to the Quran, or the Hadith, which gives you instructions how to physically chastise your wife. Yes.
Well, I don't know too much about that now. I'm not gonna say yes.
Okay.
Unless you.
Yes, it tells you how to spank her on the bottom of her feet. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, in order to discipline her.
Discipline.
Okay. But do it say it's to smash her ears together?
Well, you tell me. You talking about the Bible?
What? I'm asking a question because does it say it's punch her in her face? Does it say to go out here and have sex with her sisters?
Well, there's room for improvement with regards to those tune-ups. But listen, I got to bring Florida Boy Jay in. You had the last word, yes? Your last word.
Yes.
Thank you, Jay.
Sir.
Great to talk to you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Oh, hold on a second. There he is, my nigga, Florida Boy Jay.
Nigga.
1, 2.
Nigga, what's poppin', man? What we doing this Friday night?
Let's go.
We in the building, Jacksonville, Florida. We just got done recording our podcast. You know what I'm saying? So we got professional cameras.
Nice.
We got the nice lens. You know what I'm saying? We another day in Florida, man. Another day in paradise, man. What J Doug? It was about like 78 degrees today. Yes, sir. Cool winds, good money flowing. Big nigga, I bought a new shirt.
Okay, you want to hold it up or what? Where is it?
You know what I'm saying? Just letting niggas know, hey, these are 2015s right here. I just want to show these 2015s. These go about $800 right here. You know what I'm saying? It's a soft leather. UNC ones powder blues. You know what I'm saying? We just let
stunting on niggas.
Stunting
on niggas. Hey man, Killer says you spoke about Bell's palsy. She just called in.
Yeah, of course. Being somebody who's been in a close proximity to Bell's palsy, I understand the recovery process, things that can onset Bell's palsy, bring it on, how long it can last, the side effects of Bell's palsy, certain medications you take.
I was under the impression for years that it had something to do with a mild stroke. Gangsta of Love said it was some type of virus.
Yeah, you can have a like a cold or what was it called? It was like you can have like some type of
cold sore
virus, but because you can really have some type of like oral or throat virus or some type of sinus. You know what I'm talking about? Between the nose, the throat, the mouth. You can have some virus that could be an onsetting because they don't have any official symptoms or they don't have any official causes of Bell's palsy. They just have certain things that they think can lead to Bell's palsy. One of them is stress. Another one is a viral infection. If you have a viral infection, you are susceptible to Bell's palsy. Now, if you combine a viral infection on top of induced stress, it can trigger Bell's palsy. And Bell's palsy can last between 2 weeks to 3 weeks to 3 months to 6 months to 9 months. And even after your face is fully recovered from Bell's palsy, you can still have side effects like repetitive eye twitching, lip twitching, nose twitching, cheek twitching, certain nerves, because when you have Bell's palsy, it's a facial paralysis. Your face or a side of your face or a portion is legitimately locked up. And she got it. It's legitimately locked up. It's paralyzed.
Now, hang on a second. Now, with all due respect, could you get a bad piece of pussy and get Bell's palsy?
If you were under induced stress, you can't get Bell's palsy from a variant of things, but anything that can bring you stress, high blood pressure,
sexually transmitted encounter, can you get Bell's palsy? That's the question, my nigga.
Absolutely, you can.
Wow,
you can. You can have a great night with a young lady and wake up in the morning with Bell's palsy because
I never heard of that.
One or the other thing. It doesn't matter, but you can definitely get Bell's palsy from that. Or that can be, I'm sorry, I won't be irresponsible so you can get Bell's palsy from that, but that can be another compounding factor or a variable to lead Bell's palsy to triggering your body.
Hang on, I want to get back on the main topic, and also Rory wants to cam up. Are you cool with that in a little while?
Not really, because it starts Friday night. I got a lot of shit to do. I don't have time to go back and forth with a dirty what is he, Italian or Irish? I don't have time to go back. Listen, if I listen, I'm not even gonna do what I want to do.
He wanted to get on the screen and go at you. He just said, "Can he cam up?" You're saying no. You
I don't have. Listen, Russell Wilson, Mike Epps, apology to his wife.
Well, hang on. So no one the Rory question. That ain't what you want.
No, because Rory can't came up with me. What I got really going on right now. Rory can't. Rory doesn't deserve to be on camera with me right now.
Okay. The Mike Epps question. I was more so concerned with the topic. Does your spouse or partner deserve your Instagram password? That was my main topic.
Can I answer that?
Please.
Just like the mentality you have when you throw, you chilling with, girls you vibing with, you throw them your phone. Hey, regulate that phone. Regulate the gram. You know what I'm saying? Certain trivial social media passwords. Okay. I'm not on there to find love anyways, because we real niggas in real life. So I'm not on these apps trying to find you or find the next bitch. So you can have the password to Twitter, Instagram, whatever, because I'm not conducting business on these apps anyways either, right? We straight email only. If you're going to do business, you have an email address you conduct business on. So anything you try to DM me really is irrelevant when it contains the money, because we need a track record of conversation from initial conversation on forward. So when we go to Instagram, these little social media apps, you can have my password. I'm gonna give you the phone. You should have my password, and you should have my password memorized, just like I'm gonna have yours, just like the account information, the routing number, and the account number.
Okay, Florida Boy Jay, I want to pull it back. So I know you're pressed for time.
No, go ahead.
Russell Wilson, was he on some weirdo shit when he was with the Broncos? I saw a report that he had his own office away from the team, had his own private trainer. Not that there's anything wrong with having his private trainer, but he was just on some real weirdo shit. Did that contribute to him being released? And where do you think he's going now in the NFL?
What Russell Wilson's issue is that if Aaron Rodgers would have went to the Broncos and had his own office and had his own "you can't talk to me unless you talk to my people" type of mentality, the same thing he low-key has at the Jets, and all he did was tear ACL at first snap, it would be a problem. But because he's black, it's an issue, right? And then to compound that, you can be black and command that, but when you are alienating the same majority black teammates,
right,
that you have to depend on, is a double negative. Not only do they not want to give a black man or a melanated man, even if he doesn't even identify as a stereotypical black that we don't approve of, he's still black. That's what Uncle Toms and Coons don't understand. It doesn't matter how well you perform in front of white people, the brown paper bag test still applies. So even though Russell Wilson is a model citizen, he's still a black quarterback. So you can't move, no matter, even though he threw, I think, 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, but he threw a plus 20 to minus 10 a plus 20 touchdown to minus 10 interception ratio for the season. And those numbers in certain seasons would be MVP caliber, but because he didn't get the wins, it doesn't count.
Got you.
Russell Wilson, Russell Wilson he alienated his black teammates the same way he did in Seattle. So he did not have any allies in the locker room, and you did not translate wins for the Walton family or Sean Payton, who has a decorated pedigree of being a winner. And we need a fall guy, and we don't care how much money we guaranteed your black ass,
now,
you're still going to be the black fall guy.
In your opinion, where is he going now, Russell Wilson?
He's not going to the New York Giants, because if you know anything about New York Giants, they have never paid or had a starting black quarterback in their franchise's history. Don't matter about Tyrod Taylor, a couple of niggas who could shuck and jive around the field in the middle of the season who came in for an injured quarterback. The Giants aren't doing it. That was a nice gesture. He's going to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yada Bear said the Raiders are pursuing him, and they have a black female president. Yes,
they absolutely do. Just like they have a black coach, but they're not. The Raiders aren't going to do it.
Okay.
The team that is going to do it is the same team that he has and a venture capitalist stake share in, and that is the Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Him, Russell Westbrook, and a few other venture capitalists, people who have money, they get in the business just like you watch Shark Tank and things like that, right?
Right.
He has a venture stake just like Russell Westbrook and other people in Acrisure Stadium that owns the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium. The Pittsburgh Steelers drafted Kenny Pickett from the University of Pittsburgh, a hometown kid, but has proven with Mitch Trubisky and their their offensive coordinator that they just fired in the middle of the season that the offense is inept. They run an outside passing offense. When it comes to Russell Wilson, he's not a inside middle of the field thrower because he cannot see because of his height. He is an outside of the field thrower. The Broncos had an inside of the field offense. Steelers have an outside of the field offense. Not only that, they have flunked on both quarterbacks, and Russell Wilson has enough pedigree, and he's only going to charge veterans minimum because the Broncos are paying him that guaranteed contract. They just signed him 2 years ago, so he's not coming in for money. You sign him for a minimum deal. He comes in with his leadership. Mike Tomlin is a black coach who can reestablish his corniness and reestablish his disconnect with the
that
black
makes sense to me. Pittsburgh.
with
That makes
right
sense.
with the black majority of roster that you have in any or any team, unlike Pete Carroll, unlike Sean Payton, who are Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, just like Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is going to be able to bridge the disconnect between Russell Wilson, his superstar black disconnect, and the rest of the team, like he's done with Bill Roethlisberger and other white quarterbacks.
I don't want to do a half an hour on Russell Wilson. I appreciate the update, man. Great to see you. Rory said to Tay, "What's up, man?" He wasn't trying to get at you, but we can discuss that later.
Yeah, listen, I just have to go, but before I go, can I promote my show that I just ended?
Please.
Perspectives and Facts podcast, episode 105. We talked about the Andrew Schultz joke. We talked about the Steve Stout interview. We talked about the Dame Dash perspective. We even brought up some Cameron and Mace footage where they talked about how he put a lot of people on.
We'll get it in the community section.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys enjoy your Friday night and hit the link when we put it in the community section. Absolutely.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Florida Boy Jay tapping in. All right. Okay. Samuel got your donation. Black Sam from Rochester, New York in the building. Okay, thank you for your support. Rory, check your email. Rory said he wanted to cam up. Sir Shy got your donation. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Okay. Sir Shy also says Ali, Kobe, and Malcolm X all had daughters, no sons. Yeah. Drew Who got your donation. Thank you so much for your support. Drew Who. I want daughters. Let me just be clear. I'm asking that question because of Samuel, what is his name? The guy, I forget, Steven Jackson, his response when he was talking to Mike Epps, yeah, I got 5 daughters. He seemed to be bothered by that fact, you know? Okay, and thank you. Alex, I got your donation. Hang on a second, guys. Area code 340. Can you sit tight? I'll be right there. 340, you're up next. Hang on. Terrence got your donation. Bay realized she was a grooming victim at 17 by Jay. How old was she when she started dating Jay-Z? I don't know, but 17 is legal. Hey, Miss Ruth. Miss Ruth says Mike Epps claims Richard Pryor's widow killed the movie. Okay, and thank you for your donation, Miss Ruth. Hold on a second. Yeah, I that whole film that they were working on, they stopped talking about it. Yeah, I know nothing, Miss Ruth, about his relationship with Richard Pryor's ex, but thank you for the donation. Area code 340. It is Friday evening, late night. Are you there? 340.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening.
Hey, who's
1051 Farm checking in.
Hey, what's up, man?
1051 Farm checking in.
Good to hear from you.
What's up, man? I'm good, man. Just I'm gonna give my little 2 cents about the Instagram thing, the passwords.
Yeah, does your partner deserve your Instagram password? That's the question.
Right. My personal opinion is no. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have to come to that. You know what I mean? But my personal experience was that I always had my password locked or whatever for myself. It was never an issue. And then my wife went ahead and hacked into mine. You know what I'm saying? Hacked her way into mine. I wasn't hiding or nothing, but she hacked her way into mine. So, you know, she questioned me about some things, and I said, okay, so that's what you're doing. So nothing was going on. So what I did, I started hollering at everybody since she's viewing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I started hollering at everybody, and you know, that caused a little problem, and I just kept doing it till I broke her down. Why are you doing this to me and blah blah blah. I said, well, this is what you wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? And now, I don't have that problem anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now hang on a second, 105 fam. You're married, yes?
Yes, sir.
How many years? I forget. How many years?
Five going on 6.
Is that not your best friend, your wife?
No.
Mm.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you have a marriage and you guys just have an understanding and there are children involved?
Yeah, it's an understanding, it's love and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? But best friend, I wouldn't go that far. I would say that's my number one person, number one partner in life, but
okay.
I wouldn't say best friend, That term is kind of, there's a funny term,
I date girls if I like them. I don't date girls just because we had a smash out and I need you around. I'm one of those people. I move better by myself. I don't need to check. I don't need to check in. Everybody doesn't want somebody toward the end of their life to take care of them. If I get to the point where I can't take care of myself, I'll put the pistol in my mouth. That is such a crock of shit. Oh, who's gonna take care of you? What the fuck?
Right.
Anyway. So that's I'm glad that you admitted that she's not your best friend. So therefore, I have to respect what you're saying. No, she doesn't deserve your passport. Your password. I respect that. Yeah.
No.
Not my best friend.
No, it's not. It's nothing. It's nothing to hide. It's just It's just a respect vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I said, if you want to see what's going on here, look and see what's going on. I'm not hiding on. You feel me?
Right.
But to keep things peaceful, to keep everybody, calm, and let's just respect each other's space. You know what I mean? It shouldn't even be an issue, But there's certain things, certain things open the question. Certain things get people feeling insecure, and that's when they start doing things. But it's just stages of life,
Right.
Stages of life.
Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you for your support as always. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Respect.
Yes, sir. Respect. Okay, back in the building Friday night. My topic: does your partner deserve your Instagram password or social media? You can expand the question. All right. I also had a showrunner with regards to Beyonce. Not that people really care, but I think they might be headed for a divorce. And I'm just going by, a couple of little videos that I saw. It makes sense, sometimes, or there's a certain time where the loving stops. You're no longer friends. You get tired of each other. It's not just one way. You just get tired of each other. Look at Tom Brady and Giselle. I mean, he looks like he doesn't even care what she does. And supposedly she slid off and she was seeking attention from her personal trainer. After a while, you just don't give a fuck. But you can chime in about that if you like, okay? Frank White, I got your other donation. Thank you so much. Eve, the first Karen, blame game. Okay. Alexis, I got your donation. Thank you so much. She says, can you give more context about the two white boys? Hold on a second. Who is this right here trying to cam up? Who are you? I'm not just gonna let anybody cam up and what do you call that? Porn bomb. We're not doing that. Who are you? I just responded to your email. Okay, so I'll expand or give more context, as you just said. People are always so overly critical of young black teenagers. I, like many of you from suburbia or having grown up around areas that were predominantly white, we tend to pay attention to white teens more so than blacks. I see the propaganda in the media, and it's designed like that to make you think that the blacks are savages. Oh, they're fighting again. They're loitering. Shooting. I'm more concerned about Caucasian preteens and teens. I know them. I know the music. I grew up on heavy metal, rock and roll, if you will, and it's a certain type of music that younger males find comfort in. It's a certain type of whether it was back in my day, speed metal, thrash metal, hardcore music. There's a certain calling, if you will, and combined with that trying to find your ideology in life or philosophy, you gravitate towards certain things that can be destructive, dangerous, and you can be disillusioned. So, to give context to your donation, and thank you for your donation. Yes, I marginalize those two little white boys at the supermarket out there. Now, some of you may laugh and say, "Oh, you're doing too much." No. They themselves have an outlook on society, and they are at that point where they know what they can and can't get away with, who they can blame for something, who they can then, convince, if you will, of a lie. So yes, I'm concerned, and I got their fucking pictures just in case something goes on. Hold on a second, guys. Rory, check your email. I sent you the link. He said he wanted to cam up. Incel. That's the newer term for the type of Caucasian teen that I was talking about, for those of you who don't know. An incel, a term closely associated with an online subculture of people, mostly white, male, and heterosexual, who define themselves as unable to get a romantic or sexual partner despite desiring one. Doja Cat talks about incels in her music. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Doja Cat, who was and probably still is part of that online community with those little incel white boys, when she was clowning young black males. I'm going left, guys. Just give me a second. This person sent in a nice donation. You guys know what I'm talking about? That's where Doja Cat started that whole didn't do nothing, talking about black guys being didn't do nothing types. I pay attention. Okay? I pay attention. Yeah. So those little, white boys who you might think are harmless, those are the ones who go home and they grab that motherfucking AR-15 and they go up to that goddamn school and they get to bucking that thing. And you know what their reason for doing it is? I just wanted to see people die. It's that fucking simple. I just wanted to see people die. Hold on a second, guys. Area code 201. It's Friday. Talking about a few topics. Are you there? 201.
Hey, Star, what's going on, man? How's it going?
How are you, sir? What's cracking?
Hey, I'm here, man. I was going to jump on that that passcode topic.
Okay.
But I don't really have a significant other. But I was listening you break down to the white teens.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny because I work in a psych unit.
Okay.
in the city of Newark, and these white kids, whew, sir, when you said placing the blame game,
yeah,
I'll be listening to these. These kids. You're talking 12, 13, 14. Not even 18 yet. These guys are the worst, and they don't care who knows it. They walk around as if the world is theirs, like they're owed something. And not only that, some of these kids' parents is down with them. So it's not.
And they come from good homes. Good homes.
Yes. You got these kids coming from Deptford, coming to Newark for treatment. Good homes.
Yeah.
Two parent homes. So yeah, man. We walking around here paying attention to the wrong teenagers.
If you ask me, hang on a second, stay with me. If you ask me, yeah. Now the young black young black males, are they aggressive? Yes. But here, and you correct me if I'm wrong. You say you work with teens? You just said.
Well, I work at a psych unit where teens come, so you can say if we're called, yes.
Right, okay. The young black males are aggressive towards each other. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going by what I know. Yes, the gang-related gang on gang. But the white males have a somewhat of a vendetta against society. That's the reason why you have Timothy McVeigh and others will blow up the side of a building and cause a massive death just based upon a fucking ideology. Yes?
Absolutely. And as you just said, black teens are aggressive towards each other.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But these white teens, they're aggressive to every goddamn body. Black teens, white teens, their parents, the teachers, whoever, they can get it with them.
Yeah.
So, but the passcode, I wouldn't care about that passcode stuff, man, to Instagram and social media. 9 times out of 10, that's where they met. Why not have the passcode? You met on Instagram, give it a passcode. So what?
Hey, man, I appreciate the call. You say you're in Newark, New Jersey. You work in the psych ward in Newark?
Yeah, I'm sure you know it. So, it's not actually a psych ward, but a hospital in Newark.
Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you.
You got it.